this might be an unfair question to ask you because, Gene's always sort of, and Gene, when he was here and he sat in that exact same chair, I challenged him and said, in a way, you're always talking about money as kind of a weird cover for how you really feel. I'm not asking you to speak for Gene, but when people have tried to always label Kiss as being about money, I always thought they're sort of missed the point. And I even challenged Gene on that. So what was always your mindset on that?
It's never been about the money. However, if there is money to be made, it should go to us.
Mm.
But
People overlook the fact of how much money you guys blew too. I mean,
oh
you guys blew it. I mean, no one's ever blown money like you
yeah,
guys.
you
I
know,
mean, the production, if
we
people really knew what that stuff cost,
you know, we learned through mistakes, and nobody has to take up a collection for us. Our rent is well paid, but um, the idea of being like money hungry or anything like it's not the case. Um, I've always done this, and we've always done this ultimately, truly, because of the joy it gives us. Um, I was so fortunate. I grew up in an era that took us into the next era, but I grew up seeing Jimi Hendrix play for a couple of thousand people, Led Zeppelin, The Who with Buddy Guy opening in '69, um, Humble Pie, Derek and the Dominoes, all these bands. That's what I love, and that's what I wanted to be. I never started doing this with the intention I'm going to be a millionaire. Back then, millionaire was like, the Monopoly man. Whoa, that's incredible. But it was never about that. It was about I want to be that guy. I want to be up there.
yeah.
I want to be Steve Marriott. I want to
Who
preach.
wouldn't want to be Steve Marriott?
I want to be up there preaching rock and roll, with
Yeah.
everything I
When
have.
I interviewed Sharon Osbourne, I didn't know that she'd gone to school with Steve Marriott. So she knew him as a kid, when she was a kid. And we talked about that voice that came out of that body.
Boy, I mean, a Les Paul on him looked like a Birdland. I mean, it was, but gosh, you had to experience that live.
Yeah.
But that's what it was about for me. Yes, there's money generated, and I want it, but it that was secondary, but it was important. If there is going to be money, it belongs here.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess what I'm after, and I'm not doing a good job of it, is fans tend to do this weird thing. They try to make these kind of arguments. It's like it's either about integrity or money. And my argument is, but why can't it be about both? Isn't success where the artist gets rewarded for their effort and they maintain their integrity? In essence, they're executing their vision. Isn't that the ultimate win?
totally.
Because if you don't generate resources in the music business, you won't have any power. Because the people who actually control the world will put you in positions of which you don't have any choice of integrity. Does translate the way I'm saying?
Yes, and money, what money gives you is the ability to stop worrying about money, and it gives you freedom.
What was the Duke Ellington thing? I know how to make a man a millionaire. Give him $1 and he wants 10, and once he gets 10, he wants 100. And
It's money. Money is a great thing, but it it gives you the opportunity. I think integrity is following your compass. Doesn't necessarily mean doing the right thing always. God knows we've done you know, we've fallen on our asses a few times, but money gives you the ability to survive that and to continue.